Ohio State football on Qube. And while the Buckeyes fought hard on the field, our own John Steinberg built a strong defense for the local consumer. And along with that defense, boy, I can't talk tonight. One out taken, I just go right down the... And along with that strong defense, John gained a rather impressive reputation himself. Watch this.
I'm Bill Brown, and as Ohio Attorney General, I know how to get things done for you. But if I weren't the Attorney General and I had a problem, you know who I'd turn to? John Steinberg, Mr. Qube.
Hello, John.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Gee, I hope your mouth is working better than mine this evening. I'm going downhill real fast here all of a sudden.
Well, once I switch the mic thing around, I can clip it on.
Well, there's a little technical talk going on here.
I saw that.
Anyway, you know, we were watching a lot of the FDA hearings there, but I guess this whole year, as part of John Steinberg's business of consumerism, was consumer complaints. Has that been a major part of what you feel?
Consumer complaints have developed into a major part. It was not something we planned on originally. We have kind of three parts on the program, Ron. The first one is taking care of the channel. And on that, you can know how to save a lot of money. And a lot of people tell us they do save a lot of money. We even on Monday nights, as you know, on our show, let people choose the items that'll be on next week, specialty items. And then we do the live shows every night, and they're instructional. And we do the complaints, which are have developed into a really major thing.
Over the past year, John, how many subscribers do you feel that you've dealt with?
We've dealt with an awful lot, and I have a chart back here somewhere.
Oh, here's Robin, our floor manager, with your handy-dandy chart.
Okay, we've got a chart over here. Hold it this way.
Okay.
And as you can see, we have dealt with over 3,800 subscribers on either complaints or getting them information, direct mailings or just giving advice and whatnot. Unfortunately, I can say that we, under actions pending, I still have 183 that we haven't completed yet. And because of the way it's growing, they're taking a little longer to get to. And we have a problem, but we do get to them and try to work on them. If any of you had complaints in here? I have, okay.
Yeah,
so there's
some hands coming up, yeah.
People in here, okay. Our success rate is over 95%.
Amazing.
And the ones we can't help are the ones that are just where people have gotten boxed in on things. And we have saved, oddly enough, or gotten back in refunds over $1 million, $1,140,000 plus.
That's amazing. John, what are some of the bigger consumer complaints that you've handled?
The bigger ones are some of the more interesting ones. And on the first one, we've got back $1,100,000 on. And that was on the bread case, you remember, last March, that no hunger bread, where people had bought that all over the country from big ads in the paper. And we had people touch in and take part in the Attorney General's investigation. And let me just tell you, I got one letter from a subscriber last April 24th, and she said, I think it's great to be able to complain directly to the Attorney General through the touch of a button. And that's kind of what we're all about. I'm pleased to assist in this prosecution. And she thinks it's great the good work Qube is doing, bringing elected officials closer to the people. And that's the whole point. You can touch a button. You don't have to write a letter or make a complaint in a lot of cases. You can literally touch a button on our show, and we can build a case. Then the Attorney General Brown, as you saw on the tape, or Prosecutor Smith on the local level, or federal officials can go directly with those names and file complaints. We have had another major national one on the chain letters that we did first, and we put out of business then 9 companies and 7 individuals in states as far away as Washington State.
What about those areas that that you've been unable to resolve? What kind of complaints have those been?
Okay, a lot of them concern cars, and cars are the biggest problems that we have. And they concern cars because we have a new law in the state now, which our subscribers helped pass. But the problems really concern the fact that people sign contracts on things like cars or home repairs, remodeling. And you have problems because you get boxed in on the contract not knowing what to do to begin with. And I remember a case in Hilliard last year that took, with the Attorney General's office and our investigators, took about 4 months on having some windows put in. And we were able to get $500 back for the family, but I don't think that was enough.
Well, overall, that's an amazing number of complaints that you've handled, an amazing success rate. Why do you think you've had so many complaints?
I've had so many complaints because people have a place to go now.
In other words, there's a sounding board.
There's a sounding board. We work with other governmental agencies, and no one really goes out and can work that fast or makes a big effort to help their people.
Well, John, in my association over this past year with you, I've have gained great admiration for you and for your work, and I know everybody along the Qube subscribership has felt the same way, and we thank you very much for your work.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.